TR-7, BI-8, the first one with the offset fighter cockpit, and then finally the PR-9. Departing from the Shogun. It is actually a very manoeuvrable aeroplane. It is stressed to 9G. Okay, now another rather novel pass. If you look out to your right, you'll see formation drive fly past by the Shogun and the little Cricri. So again, the Hunter, a classic aircraft in its time, conceived in 1948, became one of the British major successes in the 50s. Of course, prior to the Red Arrows, the Black Arrows looped 22 Hunters in formation, called the pterodactyl loop. I don't think it's ever been repeated anywhere in the world.
Well, this is probably an opportune moment for me to remind you that, of course, at an event like this, security is of paramount importance. If you happen to see something that appears to have been left, if you can bring it to the attention of RAF personnel, but as I say, to avoid any problems, if you could please make sure you keep all your personal belongings with you at all times. The AN-2 is the world's largest single-engine biplane, and Bob, as she is affectionately known to her friends, was used as a transport aeroplane before being fully refurbished and flown to England in March 1995 to begin life as the flagship for the St Ivel Utterly Butterly exhibition flyers. The aircraft is a 1,000 horsepower Caleb 9-cylinder 27-litre radial engine, and it uses 45 gallons of fuel an hour.
There's a tank that contains diesel fuel that's released into the hot exhaust from the engine, and then it vaporizes, producing the white smoke. Now, though the aircraft looked totally out of control there, trust me, it wasn't. It's got very wide span ailerons that make the maneuvers very, very specific. The G limits are basically not the G limits of the airplane, it's the G limits of the pilot, because you can pull these aircraft all over the sky. Waiting there until the speeds virtually drop to zero, kick on the rudder, and you get that nice, precise stall turn. Rolling on the way down. The power that is being used today comes from an M14P 9-cylinder supercharged radial engine of Chenko. Develops 360 horsepower, so it makes it a very, very powerful engine in a very light aeroplane. Aircraft tumbling nose over tail. A number of these aircraft now being imported into the United Kingdom. There is a Yak display team. I think they fly with around about 7 or 8 of these airplanes.
Half of the team will go one way, and the other half of the team will go the other way, and then they'll come round and join back together. They're still trying to get into that stack. The wind up there is running at around about 25 to 30 knots. You can see the tremendous manoeuvrability of the Fury canopy. It's made out of F111 material, which is a ripstop nylon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, they are all showmen. And there's one thing that we must do to a showman, is that's give them a tremendous welcome here today. Now, for people with the cameras, now's the time to start clicking away, because these are the sort of shots that we need, and they will appear in our next year's brochure, if you're lucky, and to win that prize. Ladies and gentlemen, the motto of #1 parachute school at Rise Norton is knowledge dispels fear. And is this not a true example today of that motto? Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Air Force Falcons, 1998.
Both of the aircraft have names. Honey is being flown by Mike Denteith. And as the aircraft fly in front of you, you can see the girls making full use of that swiveling rig. The second aircraft is called Sweepy and is flown by Tony Richards. On for the final pass, and you can see that the girls have already started to climb down from the wing.
Right, there's the nozzles that have gone down to 80 degrees, back up to the vertical. See how quickly they move. Using them to accelerate, then you bring them back to 80 degrees for a short time. There it goes. Carl Jacobs, staff procureur of Just 16 Squadron. Not quite as famous as his counterpart, Baron von Richthofen. Nevertheless, he was actually the highest scoring pilot on the triplane, scoring 41 victories.
That's
Our
right.
triplane.
Yes, they liked it. They wanted one themselves. The Fokker triplane is the one that won the prize. It is very manoeuvrable, but it's also got an enormous amount of drag on those wings, and so it really almost negated itself, I believe.
Flown today by Jimmy Jewell to display the VC-10 at one time. He's also a mixed lightning pilot. There's a bomb door that it's nothing like as large as the Lancaster Condé. The NATO Tactical Leadership Program and has operated in degree. You'll see the aircraft now starting to roll. Pulling straight up the centre of the display line for an oblique loop. behaviour is such as when you pull the aircraft very hard, it compresses the air and it squeezes the water out. So that's the shock content section trails. Also, you're going to got trails coming off the wingtips. Not actually smoke that's being generated, literally.
Please remember to report to the information caravan at 1800 hours. That's all ATC cadets involved in the FAD Club this evening. You must report to the information caravan at 1800 hours.
There goes the BMW with a 10-second start. So you can see the car go around in quicker circles than the L39 does.
There's a fire over there.
We'll now bring the aircraft round through about 270 degrees, heading now towards us. See inverted.
So if you've won that prize, if you'd like to make your way back to the Hercules, see Ziggy and you'll be able to collect your Hercules print.
It's the 1998 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. Having arrived already in Big Vixen, the formation is pulled up into a loop and changes into our signature formation, the Diamond. White smoke for the Diamond Bend. Keep your eyes off an Enid on your right hand side now, as they'll pull up into a wing over and then return from your right in an inverted V formation. But look to your left and you'll see Red 9 as he charges at the V formation approaching to your right. But please watch carefully, as this year it is a heart with a difference. And right now, we have the synchro pair. Manoeuvring to your left is Red 6, synchro lead, Flight Lieutenant Dave Stobie. Reds 1 to 5 pull around 5 times normal gravity here, and they'll change to white smoke as they reach the inverted position. eyes also on the main section out to your front. It will complete the loop with a spectacular Vixen brake. Ladies and gentlemen, once again may I present the 1998 Red Arrows.